Remember back to the glory days of wrestling when we would be so excited waiting for our favorite wrestling show to come on, whether it was on a Saturday or sometime during the week, whether it was from Georgia, World Class, Memphis, Florida, Mid-Atlantic, WWF, AWA. Those are some great memories. But now we can relive those memories with the pro wrestling game, Wrestling's Finest. My name is Tom Vogel. I'm the designer and developer of Wrestling's Finest. It was originally developed as a tabletop game back in 1982, and then about 15 years ago, with the help of a very good friend of mine, Gary, the game was converted to a PC game that mirrors the tabletop game almost exactly. With Wrestling's Finest, you have almost 2,000 wrestlers, tag teams, managers, valets. Anything is possible with Wrestling's Finest, as anything that can happen in pro wrestling can and does happen with Wrestling's Finest. Recreate some of the classic feuds from the past, come up with your own dream matchups, run a territory, run a tournament, whatever you want to do. It is your game and the endless options that you have. Wrestling's Finest was designed based on the territory days, but it still captures today's wrestling style and wrestling through all the decades. With Wrestling's Finest, each and every wrestler is rated based on their abilities and how they performed in the ring. Each wrestler is rated for the prime of his career, and many wrestlers are rated both as a good guy, a face, and as a bad guy, a heel. And some wrestlers also have an early rating to represent the very early stages of their career. Wrestlers are rated for control, defense, successful holds, type of holds, cut rating, disqualification frequency, outside help, and specialty moves. Wrestlers are also rated for counters, how they are able to take stamina off their opponent, and also their own stamina rating to reflect how well they can absorb punishment. Each wrestler has his own pin rating and submission rating. Everything that a wrestler did while in the ring, he will do in Wrestling's Finest. For example, you will see and feel the devastating chops of Ric Flair. You will feel the power moves of Hulk Hogan. You'll also see Roddy Piper using the foreign objects and resorting to his illegal moves. Nothing is left to the imagination with Wrestling's Finest. But as the gamer, you do have to fill in some blanks. For example, if Roddy Piper, your champion, is in danger of losing the belt and he wants to call for outside help, and he does, and he gets disqualified, it will be up to you to decide who that wrestler was that came to Roddy's aid. You will have pre-match attacks, post-match attacks, injuries. There's even a pre-match intangible check that can throw you a little bit of curveball once your card is set. You can do a tag match, battle royal, Royal Rumble, cage matches, no DQ, Texas Death, bull rope, grudge matches, bounty matches. We have Japanese style matches, lucha libre style matches, hardcore matches, and just recently added was a United Kingdom match. About 4 years ago, Gary and I developed a way for the computer to control one or both wrestlers, making match decisions throughout. This allows you to control one wrestler and match wits with your opponent. Also included are strategy cards. Each wrestler is assigned a certain number of cards before each match, and during the match at certain stages or events, he is able to play these strategy cards to further, hopefully, better his position. You can, again, let the computer take control, and he will make all match decisions. And if you prefer just to sit back and watch the action, you can allow the computer to control both wrestlers. Again, with Wrestling's Finest, everything is possible. In future videos, I'm going to walk through some match examples. I'm going to show you some of the advanced features, some of the nuts and bolts, how to create a card, how to set up a tournament. I'll run a Royal Rumble, and many, many other things. If you are considering a pro wrestling game, I would like you to consider Wrestling's Finest. I believe without any doubt or hesitation, it is the most detailed and realistic game on the market. Remember this, any wrestler that is rated for Wrestling's Finest is offered to everyone free. I also send out free newsletters periodically that discusses the game, takes you behind the curtain a little bit, and just basically talk wrestling. We have a forum set up at Delphi for Wrestling's Finest where gamers get together. We discuss what's going on in our wrestling worlds. We discuss wrestling and just have a great time with a sport that we all truly love. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this video, and I hope you will consider watching the other ones. Thanks again. Have a great evening.
The greatest wrestler of all time and the greatest sports announcer of all time, Mr. Gordon Soley, side by side, styling and profiling. Woo!